cause it won't make any sense. Oh God, somebody's gonna dub that. The vast majority of people who don't live under rocks have probably heard Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa at this point. I, for one, do happen to live under a rock, and while I've heard parts of the song and I'm generally kind of familiar with the gist of it, I have never actually given it a listen. So I thought that's exactly what we'd do. And for whatever it's worth, I'll submit my opinion as to whatever I like or don't like about it, which absolutely nobody asked for. But in an effort to continue to educate myself, somebody who I guess I would consider myself to be a recovering jazz elitist, I'm curious to know more and learn more about what's going on in, I guess, mainstream music today. What's happening that's surprisingly good, and for some of the stuff that maybe isn't, some things that maybe I would consider changing if it were up to me, which it absolutely is not. So who really cares? Let's dive into this and we'll see what it's all about.
If you don't wanna see me. Did a full 180.
Okay, so this is the part that I think a lot of people are, obviously that opening line is like, I don't know, it's the part I recognize. I don't know if that's the same for anybody else, but the other part that I think is the most recognizable is this bass line, this sort of funk disco type thing that I think it caught everybody's ear, and it's one of the big reasons why people keep gravitating towards this song and being like, yes, this sounds great.
Change me, baby, but look at where I am.
Ooh, that little thing was nice. What was that? There's this little lick in there.
Change me, baby, but look at.
Ooh, that's nice. Ah, yeah, that's nice. Wait. I think that's what it is.
Did the heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good.
I think it's that. I think that's what it is. That's nice. That's really nice. In the video I did on Stuck With You by Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber, I mentioned how the feel, I felt like it was kind of going for this feel where it was just asking to be a little deeper, a little more relaxed, a little more pulled back. I thought that it was just kind of, it was a little bit too surface and just a little too metronomic. Now, in this particular feel where we have, it's kind of more of like a retro disco-ish type of thing with this funk bass line, this is one of those scenarios where for this tempo and this rhythmic style, that's super locked in right on top of the beat feel, that's kind of what you want. And so for this style, I really actually love this really locked in feel. You know, it's funny, it's like this sort of, I don't know, guilty pleasure or something that I think sometimes people like me who in the past have kind of felt like they're not supposed to like this stuff. Man, it's just fun. Like, you wonder why they play it in clubs for people to dance to. Like, it's fun. It's locked in. It's tight. Yeah, it sounds great.
So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me.
The melody in there, I actually dig a lot. I think it's nice. It all fits super well. It lends itself to moving through the changes really well. I like it. I'm a fan of the melody in the chorus. So what's actually going on here? Well, we have two different things. We have the sort of verse and we have the chorus, and they're two different chord progressions. Kind of the part that we just heard there is this, so we start on this B minor. I'd have to listen closely. I'm not sure if that minor seventh is in there, if it's just straight minor. It might just be straight minor. I think it sounds good either way. I don't know if they use the sus there, but I mean the melody essentially is just, it's just a sus resolving to the third. I like that a lot. Where it's landing, it lands on the ninth of this E minor, I guess you could call it an E minor 11 sound, which is a beautiful sound. If we're getting super picky like we were in the last video about the Harry Styles song, you could say that the 4 over this one chord can clash, but I think the function here was as a passing, because we only sit on that one chord to just resolve that rhythmic figure to that E minor 11 chord, and so in that sense, like, I think it's functioning as a passing chord, and it's fine, yeah. And the fact that it leads to that ninth and lands there, that's cool. I like that. B minor to D, rhythmic thing to the E minor 11, F minor 7 to G major 7. I'd have to check and see if all those extensions, like if they're actually using a major 7 on the G. I'm assuming probably yes, but these are all super diatonic. I mean, it's all... The song probably you'd consider to be in B minor, or D major. Now D major and B minor, it's basically the same thing. So you would say that B minor is the relative minor of D, right? So the relative minor of any key is the key a minor third below. A whole step and a half step makes up a minor third. So if we take D and we go down by one whole step, that's C, and then one half step, there's B, so that's our minor third. The reason we call it relative is because you can play, so take for example, if I play D major, the D major scale, right? What if I just start that same exact scale with the same notes, but instead of starting on D, I'm gonna start on B. Well, that happens to be B natural minor, and it shares the exact same notes as the major scale of D. Hence the term relative minor, or if we're going the other direction, if we're starting in B minor and we say, what's the relative major? Well, we just go up a minor third and, it's just go the other way. So from B up to D, and the same exact scale would create D major. So you can see this relationship that we're doing. If you take any key and you go a minor third down, play the same exact scale as you would for the major key, it's the relative minor. So when we talk about this song and we say, well, it's B minor or D major, it's the same thing. It's the same exact notes. And so again, when we bring it back to the terms of like, now we're talking about this song is very diatonic. What we mean by that is that we're utilizing sort of the bass chords that exist. Those are just chords built on each note of the scale, utilizing only the notes inside of or. We're basically saying the same thing. That's a really nice sequence. I really enjoy that. It's a very flexible harmonic bass that we're working from, which means that the melody can go a lot of different directions. And that's what's cool about some of these really, really diatonic harmonic structures. You can be flexible with the melody. Now, that doesn't mean that we want to just pick melody notes out of a hat. We still want our melody to go somewhere, to say a statement that makes sense, that's pleasing to the ear, all that stuff. And of course that is subjective. But if I were to just go, like that might sound kind of neat, just like pounding it out, sure. But if you were singing words, you're not just going to write random notes to put words to, cause it won't make any sense. Oh God, somebody's gonna dub that. Hey, my buddy Christopher Bill, classical trombone on YouTube, did a really brilliant dub of me getting way too unnecessarily worked up over Harry Styles' video. And it was really amazing. Here's a clip of it. Somebody came up to Harry with a hat, and written on little pieces of paper in the hat are the notes of the major scale. They just said, hey, Harry, pick 5. Okay. I don't know. Here. Okay, sounds good. Do we have an order for this? No? Order doesn't matter? Got it. All right. There's your melody. Boom. Now, I'm going to link his video in the description. Go check it out. It was amazing. Thank you for doing that, Chris. Chris and I went to college together, and neither of us ever thought that we'd both be doing YouTube. He's great. Go check out his channel. Thanks for doing that, man. But anyways, yeah, point being, like, melodies work the best, especially with lyrics, when they're sort of tied to whatever the lyric sentence is. And just because it's my experience, I mean, if you want to see like really good examples of this, look up anything Frank Sinatra or Ella Fitzgerald. A lot of those jazz standards and Great American Songbook tunes were written with that in mind. I think that this song does that really well. In a scenario where almost anything will work. The melody that was chosen here, I like. I think it's not random, it has purpose, and it flows really nicely. The other part is the where the cool bass line is, the verse, I guess you might call it. That one's a little different. That one starts on E minor 7, or just E minor, I'd have to go back and look, and then resolves to our B minor, if we're considering this to be in B minor, so that would be the 1 chord. So it's like a 4 to the 1. And then we go to G major to D major, and then back. And that's where that bass line fits in. So let's see if I can do this here. I know that bass line isn't there all the time, but that was a really nice lick in the beginning there. So I don't know, keep playing it. But
if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up.
So I guess this is a thing that a lot of mainstream popular music has been doing for a while in terms of a bridge, right? What a lot of mainstream pop music has been doing is it'll just do the same chorus or whatever part that they use, drop the drums out of it and give it like an ethereal kind of feel. There's nothing fundamentally different about it. It's just like, there's nothing wrong, it works, it's fine. There's a huge opportunity there, that being said, to actually create a bridge of some kind, to give your ear something different to latch onto for 8 bars or 16 bars or whatever. There's just some really cool opportunity, and especially with this feel, with this sort of chord progression, the way this kind of works, there could have definitely been something really interesting that you could do as a sort of bridge before going back to the final chorus out. It doesn't need it, it sounds fine without it. But that being said, that's basically the end of the tune, and I gotta say, like I said before, me from years ago would have really tried to find everything that I possibly could to just suggest that because of its inherent genre, the fact that it's mainstream pop, the fact that it is what it is, that it's not good because of that. And that's the thing that over the years I've really been working on trying to get myself out of. In the practice of doing so, I've found some really cool stuff, and this is one of those things that I've heard, and I was like fighting these stupid baseless feelings of like, oh, I'm not supposed to like this, which is dumb, because I do, and that's as far as it needs to go. Yeah, I think this is great. I think the feel's awesome. I love that bass line. The chord progression is really cool. It's very simple. It sits right in that diatonic thing. Melody works well. I don't have any significant criticisms for it at all. Guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Don't Start Now. Also, let me know what you wanna hear my thoughts on next. I love being able to break this stuff down, show you the chords, show you some of the rhythmic stuff, the harmonic stuff that's going on, and I hope you enjoyed as well. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.